Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Let's see, this force here with my super uber battleships. They are headed into here, but I think I want to provide them with a bit more support. So I'm first going to send them just out here. So they've got 7,500 crew left to put into that task force. Yeah, that should be enough. Add 2-star and a Derflinger class to that, and another heavy cruiser. So these battle cruisers, the old ones, will actually mostly function as escorts, while they can't really well, they cannot do anything against submarines and stuff. Well, I guess actually they can, but not very effectively. I think any ship with any kind of sonar or hydro does have some kind of benefit against submarines, but it's not a lot. So yeah, they can join up here and then continue on into the Caribbean. But before we do anything else, let's see what the American Puerto Rico class heavy cruiser is like. Before that, yes, we are recording. Just had to double check, because I've been teasing this fight with the United States for quite a while now, and it's kept getting postponed. So it would be kind of sad if you didn't get to see it. Alright, that is one funky looking cruiser. So we got 2 Comoran class, the Freya and Prince Adalbert, and we got the not the Deutschland class, but the even bigger one. It is a bit slower though than the Cormorants, so I'm gonna detach it. Radar generation 2 and generation 2. I know the United States has generation 3 radar researched, but I don't know if they actually have it mounted on that ship. You're not running away, are you? Well, if it is running away, then I'm sorry, but we're not gonna have a fight. No, wait. Yeah, no, it is running. It is running away. "43 kilometers to the ping." 44. Yeah, it is a bit faster. Well, it's sad, but it's not happening. I'm just gonna turn around and make the end battle button show up faster. There we go. So yeah, it had a couple knots on me. I was not gonna catch up. So, first battle against the United States. Not really much of anything. But I plan on keeping this war going by using naval invasions to extend it. Because you cannot get a peace treaty as long as you have an active naval invasion. And we're getting one against Burma next turn. And when that's done, or close to being done, I'm gonna go for the East Philippines. And then I guess South America and Africa, and also Alaska. Could be my targets. Here we go. That is a decent force. And in Haichao we have a couple of Bayerns, and these two that are being commissioned. So if we can gather some more, I know I'm building DDs in that port, but if we can gather some support for them. Could start sending out some ships. We got some light cruisers hanging around. König and Beowulf class. How many tons will I actually need to do this naval invasion? I'm guessing this is more than I actually need. So let's send this force with the Bismarcks up north, and they can cross over and start doing stuff around Alaska. Because the naval invasion here only required 50-something thousand tons. So I don't think I'm gonna need more than maybe 200,000 to get a 100% chance to succeed. That is one pretty fast force. Yeah, let's just go to next turn and see what happens, what the game has for us. Well, there we go, full oil 3. Yeah, we got meetings, we got convoy, we got a battle. Oh yeah, that American task force along the coast of Alaska, I think they are there to quell a rebellion. And I'm thinking the Austrians have a very hard time actually getting out of the Adriatic with my navy placed here. Which is of course the big challenge with playing as Austria-Hungary. You're kind of bottled in. Here we go. Klosterneuburg class heavy cruiser. And a couple of Romanian DDs. Although they are of an Austrian design. I've got the Schwalbe, the Zeus, which is one of the ships I sold to Greece, and a DD. Yeah, let's try and make it happen. But my ships are coming in as reinforcements, so to begin with, I only have the Zeus. It is an upgraded Cormoran class though, so it's not a bad ship. There we go. Here are the reinforcements. And that is the heavy cruiser. Is it running away? No. It's turning to fight. The Klosterneuburg class is a very solid class of heavy cruiser. They've got short main gun range. That's their drawback. And not very powerful main guns, but quite a lot of them and a very high rate of fire. So in the previous war, where I also fought against those cruisers, I came pretty close a couple of times to losing my ships to just crew losses. Let's take on the DDs first. I should only need a couple of HE hits on each to sink them. What torpedo range do you have? 12.4. Stick with HE. It's smoking up. That's not making it easier to hit. But a couple of good hits that cause flooding. Should slow it down. These have, yeah, soft-capped HE. So they can penetrate and flood with HE ammo. It just is not happening. Oh, there we go. It happened. So the cruiser went down. .3 torp range. That's not good enough. But you can kill that DD with your guns. Enemy ship has torpedoes in the water. Let's not be where those torpedoes are gonna be. There we go, flooding. That's what I did not want to have happen. And torpedoes have sailed past. More torpedoes incoming, but I'm already turning. But I think, yeah, it's gonna sink. I was gonna go for the DD with the guns. I was just hoping that while avoiding the enemy torpedoes, that I would be able to score some torpedo hits of my own, but no. Didn't happen. I do not have the okay. 17 kilometers, no range. So keep guns on the enemy heavy cruiser. Can I sink that last transport with a parting shot? No, because my rear turret is not traversing. It's stuck. I'm gonna send my light cruiser up there to do it, because I don't want it playing with that enemy heavy cruiser anyway. Okay, throw HE shells at the heavy cruiser while we wait for the DD to unsmoke itself. Now, with your last HE ammo, the smoke ran out. The HE ran out. Okay, that DD's actually out of torpedoes. It's caught me in a cross torp. That torpedo changed direction. It's just able to avoid it. Make sure that transport sinks. Yeah, it's getting a 2000% chance to hit bonus from the range found. Well, that's not nice. It's kind of hard to compete with. So the light cruiser was, yeah, there you go, murdering the transports. Now that's done, it can come back and participate. There we go. Flooding. Am I getting the bonus now? Yeah. I'm getting the bonus now. And the enemy heavy cruiser switched target. So it is no longer getting the bonus. Well, sucks to be you. No, this does not have torpedoes. They either blew up or... No, I think they blew up because I don't think I launched them. Fine, go for the cruiser. There we go, flat broadside. This is where those high pen AP shells really come into their own. That is quite a lot of armor, though. And remember, that's plus 138%. Schwalbe coming in to do some damage. And I think we're gonna flood her out. There we go, flooding on the DD. That should slow it down enough so that it can not escape. And I think it's gonna sink there. There she goes. Just watch this, I think. Ooh, Schwalbe taking actually some flooding hits. But the Leoben is going down, and if flooding doesn't get her, actually flooding might get the Schwalbe. If I'm not too if I'm not careful here. Yeah, if flooding doesn't get it, then crew losses will. Only need 1 more percent, or 1.1. So I think I said in the previous episode, this class of Austrian heavy cruiser, the Klosterneuburg, is, I think, better than their even later ones. There we go, surrendered. Unless you have any battleship caliber guns to rely on. Yeah, it's gonna be a long fight. So let's see what more fights we have. And we're also... here we go. Puerto Rico classes. And Joseph P. Kennedy and Maycomb class. These are surprisingly slow for being what I assume are very new DDs. These don't even have a top speed of 30 knots. I've got the Preussen, which is an old battlecruiser. It's one of those I designed primarily for to generate convoy missions. So it's got kind of light guns, 12-inch guns, which should be pretty good at dealing with heavy cruisers. And it's not super huge or well armored, but I think it's gonna work in this setting. And we got some Mexican DDs. This one, being very old, that's a V1 class. And that, I think I'm just gonna send home. I don't think it's gonna be of any use. Likewise, I don't think the torpedoes on the other two DDs are gonna be of any use, but they've got decent guns on them, so you might be able to take out the enemy DDs. And the weather is not on our side. Yeah, that's an old boat. 1910 design. So you're gonna miss out on this battle, my friend. I have no faith in that DD being of any use in this battle. And I think in this case we're probably gonna get outspotted because, yeah, Generation 1 radar. I'm betting the American cruisers have Generation 3. They have not modeled the propellers turning. It's not a big deal if I played this game for this long and I only noticed that now. So yeah, 32 class and 27 class. Do have radar generation 2, but with pretty poor base tower spotting. Their detection range is not amazing. Are you getting seasick? Let's watch it in real time. Life is probably better aboard the Preussen. Although I'm pretty sure some stuff is being thrown around. Don't tell me they're running away from this one too. Let's see if we can find the radar pings. Okay, I see them. Yeah, no, they're close. They are very close. And we've been spotted. Doing some maneuvers already. Okay, yeah, they've got much better spotting than we do. Uh, 3302. You are also retreating. The Preussen class has never gotten a refit. So, well, Mark IV 12-inch guns, that's not bad. That's pretty decent. But her lack of spotting range is certainly being a problem. There we go, actually spotting them now. These must be their heavy cruisers. They are landing quite accurate hits on my DD. Don't think this is a fight my DD wants to be in. Far out are we? 17 kilometers? Well, it's not my DD, is it? It's Mexican. This is gonna sound callous, but if this Mexican DD can just give me some early warning on some torpedoes and help save my my battlecruiser, then it's probably worth keeping it around, even if it means losing it. There we go, scoring a floating hit. Like so. Possible thumbnail. Oh yeah, we're scoring some pretty good hits on that cruiser. Chester. How many torpedoes do you have? 15 kilometers. So not Occident torps. You've got 8.3-inch main guns. All forward. Decent armor. Is that Citadel 3? Maximum bulkheads. Diesel 2. Corrupt 5. Coincidence 5. Generator 2 radar. Semi-AP. Capitalistic HE. That's why it's got more HE range than AP range. It's usually the other way around. "16-kilometer torps, which have been launched. Smoked up DDs in this weather. Very hard to spot. Ooh, torpedoes coming in. Torpedoes hitting me. Oh. The DDs went invisible. Torpedo detonation on one of them. You're out of torpedoes. These are electric torpedoes. As are these. Which means I'm not gonna get any early warning on torpedo launches. But they did launch towards my DD. And now they're out because they do not carry reloads. So that is good news. Not big torpedoes though, and the cruiser is 19-inch. Was it Chester? Yeah, 2701 sank due to heavy flooding. That's sad. But she made the DDs launch torpedoes against her instead of saving them for my battlecruiser. Which was a success in its own right. Chester has now launched. I am turning. Because when I do spot the torpedoes, it's gonna be too late to do anything about it, because electric torpedoes are invisible. Now, main guns on Chester. Come on. Secondaries on the DD. God, it's actually gonna burn to a crisp if this continues. Can you just suddenly not land hits on that cruiser? Is Chester getting the bonus? Yes. Yes, it is. And the Preussen is not. It might have been at one point, but then it changed targets. Only hope now is to get away out of its range. Please do fire AP. .18-kilometer HE range. You need to get out of the range. Before I die to fires or crew losses. That was a lot of damage taken. Now, if the weather would let up, I would probably be able to spot those cruisers from outside of their firing range, because their main gun range was not really that impressive. But because of the weather and my primitive radar and stuff like that, I had to get inside of their range, and that was not nice. It's not a nice place to be. also be nice to score some hits on those DDs. Like that. Sadly, this ship only has high capacity HE. So while that was a decent amount of damage, it didn't really do much other than make my number a bit bigger. Let's go to times 10. Yeah, these DDs have a Generation 3 radar. Modern 1 armor. Mark 5 4.1 inch guns. But like, why are they so slow? It's clearly a very modern DD. But it's got speeds that would be considered on the slow side 40 years ago. That's a decent hit. But again, other than structural, it didn't seem to do very much. I don't really have much of a plan right now, other than just hoping for improved weather, so I can get well, that would basically just favor me in this engagement. But my DDs are either sunk or incapacitated, or just too old to be of any use. And the Preussen cannot handle being inside of the main gun range of that heavy cruiser. Yeah, the Preussen class is just not that good. Probably should give them a refit. Sadly, I cannot refit ships while they are being repaired, which would be very useful because Preussen is gonna need some repairs after this. I'm gonna sink one ship, so it doesn't count as a defeat. Well, it might still, but Preussen has been spotted. At least I know there's no torpedo danger. Like, at least not immediately. The cruisers still have torpedoes, but even if I can't spot them outside of their main gun range, I can spot them outside of their torpedo range, so there's no danger of them sneaking up on me. I don't think the weather is gonna improve. Would be nice if it did. I think it's actually worsening. At least the daytime is. I think it's trending towards, yeah, evening. There's the Chester. Which I can now only spot at 14.9 kilometers. Yeah, stormy weather and soon to be nighttime. That means very, very short spotting ranges. There we go. Miles C. Fox. Now suffering from some flooding. I kind of want to end the battle, but I think this is going to be the last battle of this episode anyway. So let's run out the time a little bit more and see what happens. The weather could still clear up. I would like to sink the Chester. And a DD. Why don't you just stick to one target? I can at least outspot the DDs. There we go. Some more good hits. More flooding. That can be enough. They smoked up. If they have no torpedoes... I'm just gonna get close. Yeah, the Preussen is damaged badly, but so is the Chester. So if I can sink the DDs, we might be able to call this a kind of victory. Because yeah, the Preussen is a battlecruiser, the Chester is quote unquote just a heavy cruiser, but it's a heavy cruiser that's more than 100 million more expensive than the Preussen. Taking cruiser fire now. At least the Preussen has not taken any flooding damage. Some flooding on the DD. Don't know if it's gonna be enough to sink it though. Come here. 12 minutes left. We got the cruiser right there. And another radar ping up there, which might be the third DD, which I don't know if the last one had launched its torpedoes. Come on, Miles. Really sink for me. That might be enough. That was enough. And I think the Preussen has had enough too. Torpedo spotted. That was in a turn. Those could have been, yeah, there we go, torpedoes. Launched from either a cruiser or the third DD. There we go. It did count as a victory. Not much of a victory, but heavy damage to Preussen, heavy damage to Chester. 2 enemy DDs sunk, 1 Mexican DD lost, and another one damaged. Okay. This should be a bit easier, I think. We got the Tirpitz and the Bismarck, supported by a squadron of heavy cruisers and some DDs. And we are faced with a lot of the Klosterneuburg class Austrian heavy cruisers, which I would say are quite good, but I don't think they can stand up to the 12 Mark 5 16s on the Bismarck class. And certainly, even if we do end up in stormy weather again, the spotting range on these ships is actually good enough to deal with it. But that's for the next time. Goodbye, and take care.